Thank you for joining us again. The Nigeria Exchange All-Share Index takes a dive on Thursday, losing 0.1% to close at 44,236.7 basis points. The market capitalization closed at 24.94 trillion naira. The total volume traded on the floor of the exchange rose above 215.15 million units of shares, valued at 1.9 billion naira in about 3,389 deals. On the gainers list, UPDC Real Estate Investment Trust, Transnationwide Express and Champion gained 9.09%, 8.82% and 7.81% to close at 2 naira 75 kobo, 68 kobo and 3 naira 20 kobo each, while Japan Gold and Ventures and QTix gained 7.69% and 4.88% each to close at 28 kobo and 2 naira 5 kobo respectively. On the flip side, Prestige Assurance, Cavatin and Suno Assurance lost 9.8%, 9.38% and 8.57% to close at 51 kobo, 96 kobo and 35 kobo each. Unilever Nigeria and Multiverse followed suit, losing 8.29% and 8.23% each to close at 10 naira 85 kobo and 4 naira 62 kobo respectively. Now joining us to further analyze this is Ambrose Omodion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consultant Limited. Thank you for joining us, Ambrose. Good morning, Ambrose. Can you hear me? All right, we would link up with Ambrose and analyze what happened in the market yesterday after this break. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's get into the discussion now, especially as Ambrose Omodion joins us virtually. Thank you for joining us, Ambrose.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, let's look at the performance of the Nigeria Exchange All-Share Index yesterday, which ran off with a negative of 0.1%, and of course, a lot of sentiment going into that. What's your impression of this?
Actually, I think that the mixed sentiment on the exchange has continued despite the impressive earnings that were seen in the market. But this mixed sentiment of the market trying to take direction is a lot of investors looking at some increasing economic headwinds and solving risk. But notwithstanding, the company's fundamentals on the exchange have defied that despite the increasing headwinds, we're seeing positive earnings from this company. It says that these companies are well run by the managers. And that also gives investors in the market a clue that they're likely to see a better payout from this company. If that is there, it shows that what we're seeing in the market is a matter of time. Market will also change trend to look at what the value we're seeing now. That's why I said market is grossly undervalued. Companies, fundamentals have shown that these companies are good. But the liquidity in the market that is a bit low has also kept the market in this direction. We saw what happened in the previous day apart from yesterday that when Dangote gained about it, but the market moved from 43,000 to 44,000. Tells you that also these high cap stocks on the exchange that have suffered losses recently have impacted the market negatively. But at the same time, presenting value on the table for investors. For me, any new investor that is going to go to the market, you think that market has two sides. When people are fearful, investors should be greedy at that point. Now that people are wanting to sell, as a good and designing investor, this time for you to take position because they are fearful. But when others are greedy, which are not fear, that's why market has to pop of bullish and bear situation. When people are really greedy, see the good in the market, then you cannot sell as a contrarian investor. Also, when they are fearful, it's time for you to also bring to position. Now that the market is a bit dicey, people are scared, all those cost of election. For those that understand that equity market anywhere in the world is engine of any economy. For that, they need to time for them to take advantage because after the election, there will be Nigeria stock market and there will be economy, there will be Nigeria. That means what we're seeing now is an opportunity for people to buy into a good company that has good fundamental, especially as reviewed by the recent quarterly end in the market in the month of October. For me, there's no cause for alarm. That's why I said if it means sentiment that are continuing since the result started hitting the market, there's no cause for alarm. Not that change the market. The companies are still very healthy. And don't forget that at the end of the year, seasonality also play around going to the future.
Oh, well, let's go to the gainers table where we see UPDC Real Estate going up by 9.09% to close at 2.75 kobo. What would you say is responsible for this gain in the shares of UPDC Real Estate?
Yeah, I've said it in this platform that when there is a high inflation in the economy, investors look at what is a big estate bank investment, and sometimes look the commodity bank company that where investors will continue to look at, because despite inflation, there will be consumption, and also despite inflation, people want to also take advantage of that inflation by buying into real estate. At the same time, want to hedge against inflation. That is what is happening in the UPDC. For me, it was an expectation and people trying to hedge against inflation. That's why we are seeing improved activities there. But the number that comes from that company support how far investors can key into it.
Well, let's also explain or try to explain what happened with the shares of Transnationwide Express. Can you hear me, Ambrose?
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So let's look at what happened with the shares of Transnationwide Express, which went up by 8.82% to close at 68 kobo. How do you explain this?
Now, see, that one is just pure market forces. Remember the previous day, this is not that led the user. The next day, it's all coming up. This just market forces. There's nothing much there. And don't forget also, when it comes to an economy like this, where transportation is very key, these are companies that are into prayer business. We're expect to do well because most of the companies have gone online. They're going to move their goods from one point to the other for their customer. Fine. But what to show the 2 days is just a market forces. But who believe that they are number 2 social of these activities. Yeah.
All right. What about that of Champion gaining 7.81% to close at 3.20 kobo? And of course, it's already sustaining its recent rally.
Yeah, for me, Champion Building, is also in a sector that despite people say despite there's low purchasing power, people look at drink, but I believe that it's also market forces. But the number that came from Champion Building was also a miss, not really too attractive, but a miss number. Yeah, it was market forces and the sentiments.
Interestingly, we see also Japan Gold gaining 7.69% to close at 26 kobo, and then QTix gaining 4.8% to close at 2.05 kobo. What do you think, or how do you think fundamentally strong are these stocks? And what do you think?
For Japan Gold, it's not based on fundamental. I would say the low price attraction, but even for QTix, low price attraction. That's what I have almost 3 naira. Seeing kids around the 2 naira, 10 kobo, 2 naira, 5 kobo, it's become attractive for them. And also don't forget that Q2 has April as a year end. We're supposed to see their Q2 results any moment from now.
All right, let's move on to the other side of the table where we see the shares of Prestige leading other decliners, declining by 9.8% to close at 51 kobo. How do you explain this?
Recently, what is happening in the market is that most of the companies that are doing what we call SS share issue or unauthorized share issue that are cancelling their share, most of the investors who are reacting, when they get this kind of information, they want to react. But don't forget that when you cancel your share, that means you have the sizable share you can manage. But when also companies can also convert their share to bonus, they're also enlarging their share issue. But I think that it does a market perception because this company recently kind of cancel their work, not about to cancel their share on a share that is an issue for that on issue. That is why market is reacting. There's nothing bad in that company. But I know the insurance company, because of low price, people don't play too much. That's why I said you don't know to play low price, but you have to be very careful. But most times it becomes a trap for most investors. That's why they don't play much on the insurance company and look at stocks. Yeah.
But looking at Scaverton, which shared 9.38% to close at 96 kobo, and then we see Suno Assurance going down by 8.5% to close at 35 kobo. What do you think is responsible for the downward trend?
For Scaverton, apparently it was market reacting to their negative result. The way into the market was not improved. It's below market expectation, and that's why the price is going down.
Okay, what about Suno Assurance?
Hello?
I can hear you. Suno Assurance.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Looks like you cannot hear me.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
All right. Or rather, it disconnects there. We'll probably try to fix that up and continue the conversation. But we're looking at those who were on the losers table, especially as the market closed in the negative territory yesterday by 0.1%. We've seen the likes of Sunu Assurance, Unilever, Multiverse going down the drain, especially as the market closed yesterday. We'll take a break. When we come back, the conversation continues. Please stay with us. All right, still analyzing what went down at the stock market yesterday, and now we'll look at the earnings with Ambrose Omodion still with us. We see Transcorp PLC delivering a strong performance as the profit after tax leaps by 41.4%, and Nestle Nigeria reporting 19.7% drop in pre-tax profit. What's your take on this performance?
Is it Transcorp Hotel or Transcorp Corporation? Can you confirm the company? Then I know what to say.
That's Transcorp Corporation, PLC rather. Yes.
Is it the hotel or the corporation?
The corporation.
Corporation. Oh.
Yes.
For me, if this number, you said that the top line was up by 41% and the PAT declined by what? Is it 19? You said
19.7%.
The decline.
Yes.
Oh. For me, I think this is kind of a departure from what we have seen in Transcorp earning in the previous quarter. If now we're seeing a decline in their profit after tax, which I need to look at, I've not looked at that number, but looking at the top line positive of 41% and a decline in the bottom line, we need to know why there's a decline in the bottom line. But looking at the nature of Transcorp business, if LNG is what we need, energy is like utility anywhere, any day. If for me, that this company before now, I watched with business and also they are making money, but not cash, because most times federal government will owe them because of the nature of the business. But I'll tell you, for energy company in Nigeria, anywhere you are, it's a money spinning world business. But I want to know why they decline their profit, because if you look at the figure that came from also Oregu, we saw also a decline also in that word, in that number. It's a result of a shortage in gas and everything. But if that shortage in gas, that means you have a squeeze for that. But this business of energy in Nigeria, where we are also having below 5,000 megawatts, any company that's into energy should also be a cash cow for them, because this is what we need to run expansion of our industrial development and any other thing. For me, let's look at this number and see that it's because of either the shortage in gas supply that have led to this number. If not, I'll tell you, for those that are seeing Transcorp at the 1 naira 5 or below 1 naira 20 kobo, it's a good price for them to buy. Because at the end of the year, don't forget that once we enter into this season again, there will be high demand for what? For energy, because of what? Heat and all those stuff. I believe that Transcorp number, this will not be kind of give investor disappointment to the future, but because of the nature of their business or product, I believe that there's also future for Transcorp.
Well, how are the third quarter earnings reflecting on the market, and what are your predictions as the market closes for the week?
Yeah, for me, the numbers, like I said, I'm not looking at it today, but I see that price has not affected the price, because the price of Transcorp remains a bit stable above 1 naira. If this result is for market that we have to push it below 1 naira, but since it remains above 1 naira, means market has not reacted to this number. But today being the last day of the week, I believe that market also remain mixed. Also, what happened yesterday and the previous day, those markets looking for what liquidity in the system. But as far also we're looking ahead to see economic data, as a result of October inflation figure, we're looking at to see GDP for third quarter. Also looking at to see what MPC meeting in this same month. This was going to move the market up and down until the end of the month. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Ambrose Omodion, for the in-depth analysis as always, and have a great week.
Thank you for having me.
Weekend, rather. Well, we've been speaking with Ambrose Omodion, Chief Research Officer at Invest Data Consulting Limited. After the break, the newly launched Lekki Deep Sea Port is expected to generate approximately $361 billion during the period of the concession and generate over $201 billion in revenue for both Lagos State and the federal government. Well, this is our focus next as we take a look at the opportunities for investment and the impact on Africa's largest economy. Stay with us.